wanders through the Lake District, bagging Wainwrights and outlying fells. With his trusty IPs, a cap and rugged good looks. His name is Dave Hostel, the mountain man. He wanders through the Lake District, bagging Wainwrights and outlying fells. With his trusty IPs, a cap and rugged good looks. His name is Dave Hostel, the mountain man.
Right, welcome back to another episode of Dave Hostel Mountain Man, and today we are Birkett bagging in Eskdale. For the first time we're going up the Great Moss, for me anyway. We've got 6 fells along that ridge. We've just parked up at Eskdale Green, the point just before Hard Knott Pass, free parking. We've got Dave, Flagmaster Alan again.
Morning.
There we go. And we're just heading up here to pick up, first of all, we've got, what was it called? First of all, we've got Silverybield Crag, High Scarth Crag, and then we're going up to Pen. We'll assess it when we get there. We're not sure of the quality of the path or anything like that, but after that we've got Highgate Crags, Scar Lathing, and we'll end on Throstlehow Crag after. So yeah, there is a 2 or 3 singes on this route as well that we'll assess when we get there. The first 2 could well be done, Brock Crags and Heron Pike, which just up here, this is the ridge we're going to be walking along over to the first Silverybield Crag. But yeah, just following this track over the River Esk and up the valley. Start just by the phone box, like I say, and across the footbridge just through the farm. A little bit on the way up there. You could stay on the right hand side if you just wanted to go up Upper Eskdale and Great Moss. But today we've hooked a left and we're going to be heading up this bank here at some point. And the first singe I think is along this ridge here, which is Brock Crag, Heron Crag, and should be at the far end of it is Silverybield, the first Birkett that we need. Like I say, adjacent to that is High Scarth. It is a little bit clagged in, unfortunately, at the moment. It's been glorious all week, but it's my day off again, huh? And Dave's here, obviously, so yeah, forgot about that. Didn't even mention it. Anyway, I think it's supposed to clear up during the day. If not, I'll strangle him in the Great Moss area. Warm enough, aye. It's just gone about 7:30 now. As we're heading up this valley. So I think there's about 3,000 feet of ascent on this whole route, maybe 100 or 200 more if we pick up the outlying Birketts, sorry, singes. That's it. That was unexpected. There's a little, one of the singes that we were going to, Heron Crag. It's saying there's a limited access to it due to some ravens and peregrines nesting, so yeah, it must be a well-known fell if they've had to mention it. But yeah, I think first we can see this must be Brock Crag at the end here, like I say, the singe, and we're just going to follow this ridge over Heron Crag if it's accessible. There must be a scrambling route up here somewhere, and that's where it's that sign's saying to avoid, so you don't disturb the nesting birds, I would say. I'm beginning to see why Eskdale is so popular, these paths, and it looks like there's a lot everywhere. Seem fairly well walked, they're very accessible. This has been very comfortable, and we're just about up on the ridge now. So I hate the drive though. This is why you'll never find me in this area too often, because I don't know, it's not too bad, it's just yeah.
How long did it take you?
1 hour 40.
And it took me 2.
2 hours from Fleetwood. It's all right. It's all A roads from the north, apart from the 9 miles from the A road to here. It's just, well, didn't pass any cars this morning, which was all right, really. But I'm not looking forward to getting out of Eskdale, because where we've parked, I bet it's going to be absolutely rammed. Hopefully people will stop coming about that time, so I can have a nice free ride out. But anyway, follow this good path. We're just about towards Rock Crag now. Right, this path's just getting better and better actually, but yeah, we're looking over to a Birkett that we do need. I've been told by Dave Allen, Dawson Ground Crags. That'll be a different walk up a different valley really, and we can see Cat Crag, a singe just poking out. Dave's already done them.
No, I haven't done that. I haven't done Dawson.
You haven't done Dawson? Alright.
No.
No bother. But yeah, path's just cutting up through here, and on the right hand side should be our first singe, if we can get up to it, because you can't plot a path to the vast majority of these on OS maps. Just saying to Dave, like, there isn't, OS maps doesn't even have a path off the top of Grisdale Pike, so I don't know who manages that site. Anyway, I'm still available if you want to hire me, and I'll modify some of these paths and whatnot. I'm quite cheap. Twining's tea and what do you want, Dave? Bag of pork scratchings or something like that, and pork pie, yeah, and I'll help you. Right, so we just worked our way up this good path, which does continue, and this would likely take you right to the top of Great Moss, and you could branch a left up to Scafell, but we're going to hook a right here, a little bit off-piste, because the Birkett we need is along here, but there is a singe here of Brock Crag, so might as well have it while we're here. Dave's coming back for a while. Oh, Dave's navigating the bog with his sticks, and I'm just freelancing it. But already it's getting fairly boggy, and we are quite high here as well. It must be 250 metres or so, 300. But yeah, it looks like it's just at the top of here. Well, we're just taking bets whether there be a cairn or no cairn, but we believe this is Brock Crags, a singe. I'll have a fist bump on this one, Dave. Worth it. Let's continue over here a little bit. This is the ridge we're going to be going along next. We should have Heron Crag or Heron Pike, and then finally a little bit further down is the Birkett, the Silverybield Crag. But yeah, what an area. I'm falling in love with this place. Here's Slightside, the largest thing we can see here, and looking down here from up there, I was just saying to Dave there, it looks a hell of a mess. There's so many different crags and valleys, and oh, it looks like you don't know where to start, but this has been quite pleasant. That's just leaving Brock Crag, the singe, from the north side, and I was worried because you couldn't plot paths in this area, but it's quite open land and quite easily accessible. I was on the maps, it does look quite craggy, which it is, but there's plenty of grass just to navigate your way down, and we'll get up on top of Heron Crag, the second singe, and that should give us a great shot down into Eskdale. Right, that's just looking back towards Brock Crag, and this looks like an obvious high point just here with Heron Crag, but we are going to walk down the ridge, so if this isn't the summit, we'll pick it up anyway on our way to Silverybield. What?
We'll check
the map. Alright, here we are, just on the second singe of the day. That's looking back at Brock Crag. It's been a comfortable walk just across the little valley there, a bit boggy, but not too bad. And we'll have a look down over this ridge. I don't think we can quite see into Eskdale, it's just quite a bunch of crags, but we'll give you an idea of where we are. There we go, we can see the path back home that we'll be taking, just down at the bottom there. This is looking over to Border End, which is another Birkett I do need, and Hard Knott, and goes down to U-Barrow, which is another Birkett I need. So yeah, I've seldom touched this area, but we're unsure if this is the high point of Heron Crag. We're going over these tops over here anyway to Silverybield, which as you can see in the far distance there, before we cut across the valley and up to High Scarth for the first two Birketts of the day. Good. Right, so we're just heading off the east side of Heron Crag, the singe, and there is a path sort of trod in here, and a few ups and downs till the next summit. So the next one is actually called Roundhow. I must have missed that one on the map. I don't think it's a Birkett. What? Round Scar, is it? Round Scar. Roundhow. But yeah, I don't think it's a Birkett Singe, one of the ones we're looking for, or a Nuttall. It could well be a Tump or a Hump, but we're going over it anyway, and we'll pick it up. Not that we'll ever finish any of all those. And that's it, and that's what we've just descended, which is Heron Crag. A lot of ups and downs along here, so yeah, you better be fit, like me and Dave. Look at that. Specimen of fitness.
Just out bellied in.
Yeah. Incidentally, I've lost more weight. I'm on to 13.13 stone now.
Oh.
What are you, Dave?
I'm about 13.10, I think.
Oh, nearly lighter than Dave. Yeah, and he's... Anyway.
Yeah, but you're only 4'10".
Anyway. Banter continues along this ridge. Right. Still working our way north, and we have now identified Round Scar, which, like I say, is an unclassified... Oh, we don't know what classification it is. Likely going to be... Might be an hostel. If it's not a Tump or a Hump, I'll have it. But yeah, we just spent the last 5 minutes. Oh, where's this Round Scar? Where's this Round Scar? And we found this. It's a Round Scar right in front of us. You know, so they do become obvious. If you're in Clag, you would have. A lot of people do get lost up here in Eskdale. Yeah, mountain rescue get called up here all the time, and you can see why. Look at all these. I mean, there's a good path if you can see them, and the grade isn't too bad, but going up and down all these fells, you could just get sidetracked, and this doesn't look too pleasant getting up, but if you can see it in daylight like we can now, I'm sure we can easily find the way. But yeah, just be careful when you come up Great Moss. A lot of people do, because it's one of the ways up Scafell Pike, probably the least popular way, I would say, but as Andrew Foster says, he thinks it's the best, so we're not going that far today. Like I say, this is just a Birkett and Singe walk. Here we are, just approaching Round Scar, or a hulk of rock. Doesn't look much from up there, but yeah, it's a beauty here. Just trying to find the best way up it. There might be a path here actually, just up this crag. Looks like there's a comfortable one round the back, but we'll try this way. See how far we can get. I'm not so sure it's necessary coming up here, but we might as well. Oh wait. I think that's probably manageable. What?
How's it looking?
Bit striding edgy, but I think there are footholds, which isn't too bad. Aye, no bother. Made it, good. We're just contouring round. Fun little hill this. Completely unexpected. I think it's got a cairn on it even as well. And I hope there's a path off the back of it, because I don't fancy going back down there. It was a whole lot of fun. We've enjoyed ourselves. I'd say this is the summit of Round Scar. Boom. We'll have a fist one on this obnoxious little hill. Right, Silverybield Crag next. Up here before we, like I say, cut across the valley to
Tell you what,
High Scarth.
I hope it's not classed as a Singe.
It's not a Singe, no. No.
If it is, it isn't.
If it's not a Hump or a Tump, an Hostel and an Allen. Hostel Allen. Yeah.
Foster and Allen. They were alright, they were.
Ah, good man.
Hill baggers.
Aye, only hill baggers have been to that little hill round Scar. It's much easier coming up this way, so if you're watching my video and you do want to come to this lovely fell, which may be an hostel, we haven't decided yet, yeah, just come round the right side of it and loop round. It'll save you up that nasty scramble. Right, that's just looking back at Round Scar now, and we're heading up, finally, the first Birkett of the day, Silverybield Crag. Could go up to the left there for a bit more comfort. Yeah. And here we have Silverybield Crag, just at the top of this rocks here. Here we are, on the first Birkett of the day of Silverybield Crag. Need summit cairn, Bill, you know what that means. We'll have to build another one for you. Could be here, could be over there. So there we go, beautiful Well done, Dave. Wow, that is spectacular. The great moss just here. The great moss man outdoors. I don't think he's ever been here, has he?
Not sure,
No.
I don't think so, but
This is a place for you, mossy lad. Little slight sides coming out of the cloud, so 700. These are some of the more other Birketts that we'll be doing today. I think there's like Lathing and Throstlehow Crag. But next we're going over to Scarth Crag, just across this valley here. That's just had a break on Silverybield, and we're just heading over west now, straight ahead to Scarth Crag. And there is a path just to the right of it there. Get up there, Dave. Huh? Get up there. You actually gonna? Try. I'll come with you. Huh? So we're just on our way to Scarth Crag. And this mound of rock here, we're pretty sure it isn't classified.
might have it as your first Alan.
Might have it as your first Alan, yeah, you could have that as well. Bit of a scramble. I don't know how he's going to get back down from there, like. But, bloody hell, things we do for YouTube. Now I don't know what the name of this fell is. It probably hasn't got a name. But I'm going to call it Alan's Rock. Cheers. Boom. Aye. Could have had that one there as well. Anyway, Scarth Crag. So we've just came up there, and like Dave says, another one we've made a meal of, yes, because we could have just walked around the left here and up this green bank. Bugger is, I left my bag all the way down at the bottom thinking I'd have to scramble back down there, so this is an unnecessary detour. Still better than Maiden Castle Cairn. Or an ancient stone, Paul Holland, just off Troutbeck Tongue, that no one gives a shit about. No one gives a shit about these Birketts or these videos I'm making, but I'm making them. So we're nearly at the top of Scarth, and if you just come up through the gully, there is sort of a loose path. Not very well walked, but it's gradual enough to get you up the fell side. We're in excess of 400 metres now. And that's it, we're just working our way along the top ridge of Scarth. Ups and downs, ups and downs. It's quite exhausting, but good fun. Just up here. Right, here we are on the summit of the second Birkett of the day, Scarth. Wonderful, we're looking up to, I think it's slight side just up here, and that's looking back. It's quite a long ridge, a couple of false summits, but there is a distinct cairn on here. That's it, we've just left Scarth just here, and like I say, we're walking along slight side, Scafell, just into the great moss, and we can see Penn, it's just poking out of the cloud just about there. Look at the vastness of great moss just here, which reminds me I did something quite interesting on my computer the other day using OS maps, and scale is something that I struggle with. I can't tell how big that is, how many miles across it is or anything like that. So what I did was I took something like, I draw an outline around Cockermouth, and I managed to fit Cockermouth into Mosedale, just at the head of Wasdale. And it fits quite comfortably. I did two more. I did Keswick, that fits into Coaldale, and I also did Maryport. That's quite a big place, and it fits into Grisdale quite comfortably by Helvellyn and St Sunday Crag and all that. So it just gives me a decent perspective of scale. I mean, we know how big cities are if you live there, or towns. You've kind of walked most of them, so you've got some sort of perspective. So I reckon you could fit something like I don't know, the entirety of, you know, Wigton or something like that in this valley. I might put it up on screen. I'll measure it and put a map up with it on if it does. But yeah, it's just so vast. But yeah, the vastness of this place, it's hard to portray on camera. Just talking to Dave there, you just need to be here. I mean, it's absolutely huge. These crags here, look at all this rock fall. I bet they made some noise when they fell. These Narnian boulders, it looks like here. Yeah, someone's actually built a wall up here. But yeah, anyway, we're heading towards Pen. I think we're going to try and cut up the left hand side of it to the summit, and then over the summit back down to the good path. Wow, look at these for giants. Hey, if you clear this stone out here, you can get a bivvy under there. Quite sheltered, although the rock looks like it is leaning to me, so I don't know. Do that at your own risk. You might become a permanent fixture of Great Moss if that rock rolls over on you. Can you get up it? That is the question. Not easily. Oh, it's that big of a rock, you can't even get up it. I haven't seen anything like that in my life, to be fair. Here we are, just approaching the third Birkett of the day, Pen. It's about 300 metres straight up, so this isn't going to be too pleasant. I can see some people coming down there, but I think we're going to be going up there somewhere and just contouring round onto the summit there. We are just where the path turns left here up to Pen. There's even a cairn, so you can't really miss it. It does look brutal, but easy for us, easy for us. Mountain goats, aye. Here we are looking up to Scafell and Simmons Knott, I believe, just up here somewhere. But aye, central, what do you say, central pillar this is called?
Central pillar, yeah.
With Pen just behind that. Here's a bloody animal, is Dave Allen, look at him. Bombing up, absolutely knackered. This is so steep. Path's there, but it's kind of faded out now. But yeah, as long as you just head up to, there is sort of to the right side of these chilies here. It looks like a path cut in a little bit. That should hook you around. It's getting the job done pretty well though, pretty quickly. Oh, I'm going to pass out on the top of here, I think. Oh. Right, so there's very little in terms of path now. You just have to pull yourself up the bank as best you can. Some shillies here. It looks like a path, but yeah, it's pretty difficult. Although quite safe. It looks steep on the camera, but mainly grass.
Cross the stream, come up this way, Mara.
Where? Oh, up here. Don't come up here.
No, don't come up here. Come up here.
Oh yeah, bit more grippy on the grass. Good advice. Oh, bloody hell. This isn't a pleasant way up. Like I say, getting the job done quick, but bloody hell. I'm sitting down every 20 yards. Oh, we're above 600 now. Just another 100 or so to go. It should start revealing itself at the top of this gully here. Central pillar. Wonderful. Down onto the Great Moss. And that's looking over to Highgate Crags, where we're going next. And Lathing, the next two Birketts. Oh, bloody hell. Holy shit. I just dislodged a rocket, flew right down there. Jesus. Good job there's no one behind. Ah, I can see Scafell Pike, I think. Just here. Pen should just be over here somewhere. just on the first of a bit of flat bit we've had in the last 400 metres or so. That's been some slog. We've seen some grunting and groaning there, haven't they, Dave?
Oh my word.
Spitting and oh well.
I'm even in the hundreds now.
His heart rate was 99 before, mine was 160. His watch is faulty. He can't be that low.
121 now.
121, there we go. Mine's 150. We're just working our final steps to the summit of Pen. We're looking at, no, I think this is Hill Crag here, and Broad Crag is just up here. There is a pile of rocks up here, and there's one up there on the end. I think that's probably going to be the best viewpoint, but this one over here looks higher. So
we'll tap them both.
We'll tap them both.
Rocks, don't we?
We like touching rock, yeah. Right, here we are at what OS Maps has as the true summit of Pen. What was that, 768 metres?
6'8".
768 metres. Beautiful. Oh yes. Oh, I think the best viewpoint's going to be over there, but we'll tap out. And this one deserves a handshake there. It's a good one. Look at this.
You're in every step. Wow.
Wonderful. Yeah, so Broad Crag and Hill Crag, two more Birketts that I need. Here's up to Scafell Pike just up here. God, that looks a higgledy mess, doesn't it? Right, that's just looking back at the true summit of Pen just over there. But we believe this is going to be the viewpoint. It's going to be a great shot down into the Great Moss, and yeah, this is the distinct point that you'll see all around from down there. Nice grippy rock up here, so it's quite comfortable walking, but here we are. There we go. Pen. Beautiful. I'll have another shake on this one. This is the spot. Look at that. Wow. Right down into Great Moss. Out to Bullfell. And the Crinkles. Just in the haze at the moment. We're all right down here at 700 odd. Just had lunch on Pen there. Pork pie and a Scotch egg, and we're just going to be trying to drop down to this path now. I think there's one on the map that suggests you can drop between Pen and Rough Crag. We're just going to have a scout out down here, see if we can get down. It depends on how high this crag is here. If we can get down it to that path, that'll cut off some of the detour there, and that'll take us over to Highgate Crag. Right, so we've managed to pick our way down the ledges to the path. A little bit of a shortcut, but if you want to play it safe, you could just drop off the other side there. But we're skilled enough. It's not too bad. Just a bit of a ledge here to come down on. And yeah, just down onto this path here, which will swing us back into Great Moss. Wear a crash helmet when you come down here with someone behind you. Okay, that's just more or less down off Pen and back onto the good track, which will take us back into the Great Moss. It's manageable. There's maybe another way down there. It's a little bit sketchy, but you have to be very careful. But yeah, comfortable path now, which would take you up to the col between, like I say, Broad Stand and the Pike, but not going that way this way. We're starting to head home now, really. Aye. It's not the most pleasant path down. I don't think we've missed it. It's just a bit sketchy in some areas. You've got to do a bit of a bum slider shuffle. But I can see it reappearing again just there. Aye, so I wouldn't say there's an easy way up or down Pen. You've got to be really determined if you want to get up that fell. It's worth it, but yeah. This is another one of them moments where you look back and think, how the hell did we come down there? And this is a plottable path, so we kind of expected it to be a little better, but no, we had to shuffle on our arse down there in several points, and this isn't great. It's very scree-filled. Right, so that is us now down from Pen. I think you can see it at its best angle here. really sharp point. Now that path is one, like I say, I would take that off OS maps. That's not safe at all. I don't think that's a viable route, and I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, we're just heading across the River Esk here at some point. Might have to jump over these rocks, and we're just going to make a direct line up to Highgate Crags, just following this little gill here, because we can't see much in terms of path up there. Some more off-piste work. We're just making a break up the side of Highgate Crag. It's not too bad. Just crossed the beck there, and actually you should have went up the right side of this gill here, because we've just spotted a cairn probably guiding the other way, but it's no matter. We've done the left side. It's going it right direction pretty quickly. We made it, free climb up Highgate Crags, and here it is, the summit just in front of us here, and it does look like it's got a cairn on it actually. Yippee. Look back down to Great Moss. Behind Dave we've got Pen just there, cracking. We've been lucky with the clag, haven't we, Dave? Yeah. Considering you're here, enough, considering it's me and you, it's just above 800 metres I would say, and all our fellows are 700 odd or less. Right, here we are on I think the 4th Birkett of the day of Highgate Crags. Oh, that's loads of them. But the high point I think is here. We do have a cairn, so we'll take it off. We'll have a fist bump on this one. Boom. Well done, Dave. Well done. Boom. Right. Well, I didn't expect that. I was expecting great moss there. But anyway, over here it is. Anyway, not to worry. We're going to drop down now to the left here, past Highgate Crags, and on to Lathing, which I think is just that little mound there. That's it. This is looking over to the Crinkle Crags and Bowfell, which have kind of been in the clag all day. Right down to Little Stand, one of the Birketts I keep mentioning, but we enjoyed it so much. I think just round this corner here we should have Lathing. That's it, that's looking back up at Highgate Crags. Wonderful. Anyway, we're just approaching now Lathing. Just here. Right, here we are on the 5th Birkett of the day of Lathing. Wonderful, great views. Back down the route ahead. We're just going to continue on the left side of the river now, over Throstlehow Crag, which is the final fell of the day. There is a singe over here of Hard Knott, which is just a little bit too far of an out and back. It ain't going anywhere. I'm sure we'll be back here one day. But anyway, lovely fella, Dave. Cracking fell. Right, so that's looking back at Highgate Scars. Wonderful, and we're getting glimpses of Scafell Pike now. A little bit of an inversion up there, but Pen looking magnificent. We've done a lot of work. Proud of ourselves. Okay, that's just heading down Lathing. We attempted to go straight off the front, but absolutely in no circumstances can you go down there. It's a sheer drop, so this don't look too clever, but it's manageable, and that's going to swing us right round and over to Throstlehow Crag. Right, that's just down from Lathing. This is what we attempted to come off initially. As you can see, it's quite sketchy. So yeah, if you just come off the side of it here, there is a little gully to head over towards, and here's the final fell of the day, Throstlehow Crag, and the 6th Birkett. Path! Bloody hell, a path. Right, here we are, just working our way up the final little pull for the day to Throstlehow Crag, and the 6th Birkett, and I don't know, 9th fell of the day in total, classic 5 fell. That's looking back, Lathing and Highgate Crags just over here, Long Crag here, like I say, the unclassified one, but yeah. Right, that's a bit anticlimactic. Knee cairn once again, but... What do you mean no cairn? What's this? pile of shit. Well done, Dave. Good day. That takes us to actually just under 4,400 feet for the day, which is pretty much Ben Nevis we've done today. A round of the Great Moss. Absolutely wonderful. Right, path back down. Just off this I'm going to cut a left, and there isn't much in terms of ups and downs from there. Just a straight shot back to the car. Right, that's just us descended Throstlehow Crag, and we're on the good path now back into the car park at near Jubilee Bridge. So I thought I'd better sign off the adventure from here. Thanks for coming, Dave, appreciate it. Well done.
Barrett, all the best.
The Great Moss Round, 6 Birketts today. We started this morning on Silverybield Crag, and then we went up to High Scarth, Pen, Highgate Crags, Lathing and Throstlehow Crag. Great little walk, not too taxing, although there is some off-piste areas, but very comfortable. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you back out on the fells very, very soon. Peace. Boom.